some bubbly fun. Half cup of cheer. Oh, some very good wishes would go well in here.
The birthday bird.
Right, you got it. It's all in the wrist.
Okay, now, what about the birthday bird?
Ah, the birthday bird. Well, this very week, this very day, the birthday bird is due to see a certain moose we know who's dreaming of Katroo.
That's my birthday. I'm going to Katroo. I'm going to Katroo. The birthday bird will soon be here to take me to Katroo.
Is the birthday bird really coming?
Like the birthday bird says, through rain and snow and ooblik too, the birthday bird must make it through. Yep, nothing could stop the birthday bird from doing his job.
I wish I could stay longer, but I have an appointment with a moose. So long.
So long, birthday bird.
I'm going. Heading off.
Bye.
Look at me go.
It's the birthday bird. Hooray!
Can I use your phone?
No, nothing could keep the birthday bird from keeping an appointment.
Excuse me. I'm looking for a Fidwick the Moose.
Well, I'm a Fidwick the Moose.
The birthday bird sent a word. Here's what he did say. Caught in snow, cannot go, won't get there today. Hey! Sorry for the inconvenience, sir.
Not coming? Well, that's impossible. Hey, who are you anyway?
Webley's the name. I'm an operative with the KHBA.
Oh, what's that?
Katroo, Happy Birthday Association.
This is so sad. Am I the only one not going to Katroo today?
No, sir. I've got to deliver the same message 3 more times today.
3 more times. 3 more. Broken hearts.
Well, sorry, but there's only one birthday bird.
Yup, only one birthday bird.
Lots of imitators, but one genuine article.
Lots of imitators. Oh, wait a minute. I'm getting an idea. I'll be the birthday bird.
You can't do that.
I could take those other folks to Katroo.
Do you know how hard it is to get to Katroo? Look at this map here. Huh?
Ooh. Looks rough. Good thing I have a map.
Wait, stop.
Big-hearted. That's what they call him.
That's not what I...
Sorry, Morton.
Takes me to
No.
Katroo.
Oh. Oh.
He's here.
No.
Oh, I am the birthday bird and I am here to say happy birthday to you on your very special day. Hey, it's the birthday bird. Didwick, what's going on? Where's the birthday bird? He's stuck in a snowstorm. I'm filling in. Oh, that's really very thoughtful. You're a good-hearted moose. That's big-hearted, Morton. Oh, sorry. Well, don't worry. I'll play along. Look, Morton, it's the birthday bird.
If you're the birthday bird, wouldn't you be giving me the Katroo birthday high sign?
Right. One Katroo birthday high sign coming right up. I see you've added some improvements, birthday bird.
Wow, you really are the birthday bird.
As soon as we find the rest of your birthday buddies, youngster, it's off to Katroo.
Hey, birthday bird. Aren't you gonna fly?
I just flew in from Katroo.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. They do get tired, don't they?
Hey, wait up for the birthday bird. Have fun with the birthday bird, Morton.
Moose doesn't fly. What a bunch of baloney. I'll make an example of this birthday phony. Oh, yes, I will.
He's not coming.
Happy birthday!
He's here!
Mr. Knox, it's the birthday bird.
Yeah, and he brought a moose with him.
No. That is not the birthday bird. That is an elephant bird. Now that is the birthday bird.
Oh.
Hey, Mr. Birthday Bird, why don't you do your secret Ketruvian, whirly-derby, topsy-turvy, happy birthday dance, huh?
Secret Ketruvian, whirly-derby, topsy-turvy, happy birthday dance?
Yeah!
Better stand back.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah. Watch out for that! Wow! You must be the birthday bird. Nobody else could do what you just did.
Nobody else would do what you just did.
We'll just pick up one more of your buddies, and it's off to Katru.
We're going to
I need a drink of water. I wonder where we could find Fiona Fish.
I'd try looking in the lake if I were you.
Who said that?
I did, darling. Fiona Fish. Birthday bird, how good to see you again, darling.
You recognize me?
Well, actually, darling, I can't recognize anything without my glasses.
Good. I mean, good to see you again.
I remember you did your wonderful birthday swan dive. Oh, how I enjoyed your grace and elegance. You finished with a 1.5 gainer quadruple backflip in the top position with a double somersault blindfolded.
I suppose you want me to do it again for you now?
Heavens, no! Takes forever.
Yes, it does.
Well, birthday bird, let's get on with it. You must have known the birthday bird for a really long time. Indeed. What's it like to have so many birthdays? Well, it makes you treat each day like a new adventure. Every person you meet like a new world to explore. Yeah, that's how I feel too.
It's all to Katru.
This moose is gonna be sorry he ever had a birthday. Wait till the birthday bird hears about this.
Rain and snow and oobleck too. The birthday bird must make it through. Just once I'd like to get my hands on the guys who wrote that.
We're going to control. We're going to control. A birthday bird will take us to control. Bring us to the sounding off place.
We can feel the yell. And the birthday flower jungle is a lovely sight to smell.
The flowers smell like licorice
And cheese.
And
According to this map, all we have to do is cross this desert of the annoying Greebles.
Let's do it quickly before this water starts to boil.
We just walk 99 paces, cross a little blue line, and then we're there.
Oh, well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 97, 98, 99. Whoa, 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 whoa!
I'm sure glad it wasn't 100 paces.
That's a pretty big little blue line.
It looks smaller on the map.
Hey, look, everybody. It's Control.
Terrific birthday birds!
The birthday bird.
Get us there, birthday bird.
Hey, let's fly!
Fly.
Fly us there, birthday bird.
Well, I think most importantly, is the cake done? Well, I set my timer. Any second now, should be done. I think it's done. Yay! Listen, while we put the icing on the cake, let's see if Thidwick is still out on a limb.
You having trouble, birthday bird?
I think the wind shifted.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
You think you could give the old birthday bird a hand, please?
You got it. Look, you get one side, I'll get the other.
No, you get one side, I'll get the other.
Would you please?
Hurry, please.
1, 2.
Look what you did! You pulled the birthday bird's feathers off!
Me? What? You scalped him?
Yeah!
Ooh, boy.
The birthday bird!
Hang on, birthday bird. We got you ready. 1, 2.
The road to Madagascar has got to be fun and entertaining. To the filmmakers, Alex the Lion isn't the king, the story is.
This film had a great premise. What if you took the cast of Seinfeld and threw them in the jungle? You know, how would they adapt? Then you can take it into storyboard and have artists work on it and start to flesh out these scenes.
There's so many fun ideas that immediately pump into it. You describe that basic idea, and everybody gets it. They go, oh yeah, I see what you could do with that. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. And I think that's always what you want to try to have with an animated film.
The irony of the story is that these two best friends don't know that in the wild they are natural enemies. He doesn't realize that his friends are actually food that he might eat.
I don't see anything.
How many times have you wanted to take a bite out of your best friend's butt? I mean, it happens.
So to have these two characters that are best friends in great contrast to their sort of natural behavior just made sense from the very start. Along the way, there's a disaster at sea and the crates are washed overboard and the animals wash ashore on the island of Madagascar. When they realize they've been dumped into the wild, it's time to panic for everybody except Marty the zebra, who gets his dream.
Martin! Hey! Hold up! Hold up! Whoa!
Here are these citified, civilized lion and a zebra and a giraffe and a hippopotamus wandering around out there in this world, and suddenly they gotta figure it out.
Part of the reason why the Zoosters are on Madagascar is because of a group of displaced penguins who are on a mission of their own.
The penguins are really there for comedy relief.
And they really are whacked. You know, they're just nuts.
They just want to get out of the zoo. And they're this team, well-oiled machine who stick together, follow orders, get the job done.
We're gonna face extreme peril. Private probably won't survive.
Once on the island, Alex, Marty, Melman, and Gloria encounter wildlife much different from what they were used to in the Central Park Zoo.
Well, basically what's going on in Madagascar, we're there. We're really kind of party kind of animals. We have one main threat, which is the Fusa. And the Fusa eat us. And we happen to witness the lion scare the Fusa off. So we think, oh, well, now maybe we got some friends. So we try to befriend these guys. As we go through the story, I'm always leery of the lion, Ben Stiller. I'm just not you know, everybody else seems to think this guy's a great guy, but, you know, me being the smart one, number two, you know, I'm thinking, I don't know, guys.
What big teeth you have.
Man, shame on you, Maurice. Can you not see that you've insulted the freak?
Each one of our movies is meant to take our audience to someplace they've never been before. Madagascar, we know we're going to go to this amazing, world that nobody's ever, really imagined or seen before, at least not the way we've done it.
It was an out-and-out comedy. We knew that from the beginning. So that kind of gave us some ideas initially.
We really wanted to push the design. We wanted to create characters that were overly stylized, not based on reality, so that we could just have a lot of fun with how they looked and how they moved. They could be very human-like when we wanted them to.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
The main characters were designed by Craig Kelman, and he's a fantastic artist. He based his original designs off Golden Book, those old children's books, which were very simplified, straights against curves.
I was also influenced by the old Viewmasters, the old 50s Viewmaster. I thought it'd be cool to have a slick 3D movie that looked like those.
Craig put up his drawings, Jeffrey looked at him, and he said, home run.
I just kind of did a bunch of sketches, and they picked some out. They said, we like these, these 4 drawings, and they just happen to be very graphic, very two-dimensional characters, and the kind of designs that they hadn't attempted in 3D before.
Alex is really our lead character. He's very chesty with a small waist, but he also needs to be very expressive. So there's this huge, very simple mane that frames his face.
I love his look. I think his hair is incredible. I wish I had Alex's hair. I'm mesmerized by it. Whenever he shakes his head, there's this sort of ripple effect. Kind of got like a White Snake, the band White Snake sort of feel. It's an 80s super rock thing.
The unique character designs for Madagascar also carried over into the look of the two worlds.
Still in New York. Abort!
New York City and the island of Madagascar itself.
Now, it's not photorealism because that's not what we do in animation. To animate means to make bigger than life. So we've created our sort of bigger than life version of New York City. The sort of urban hustle and bustle of it all contrasted then with Madagascar, which is truly set down in the middle of nature, and there's nothing but nature. And then to make that nature also bigger than life.
We wanted to make this a cartoony, more graphic and stylized world. But it's not a fantasy world. It is New York City, and it is the Central Park Zoo. More of the 50s and 60s than it actually is now.
That's right!
We built it all like a regular world, and then we threw all the lines off kilter.
We called it a whack factor. There's too much whack factor on that building.
We wanted to convey the warmth of New York and the sweetness that we were feeling in the zoo.
They took this sort of version of it and really stylized it in a way that reminded me of a lot of cartoons that I saw growing up.
He's on your left after Vanderbilt.
Okay.
You hit the Chrysler Building, you've gone too far. Thanks a lot, officer.
There's great contrast between New York and Madagascar, which is just full of life and color and natural beauty and otherworldly beauty as well.
For Madagascar, we really wanted to give this idea that these were New Yorkers that were outside of their element. So when they hit that beach of Madagascar, we really wanted it to be shocking to them.
I'm gonna kill you, Marty! Take it easy, take it easy! Strangle you!
Henry Rousseau is a painter, a French painter who actually never went to the jungle. He'd go to the botanical gardens in France and get ideas, then paint these wonderful, exotic, mysterious, Shangri-La type paintings. This kind of almost childlike, naive vision for what a tropical jungle would be became our inspiration for Madagascar.
But as story developed and characters developed, it made more sense to us that the film take on a more homogeneous look. And so the style of our characters began to influence the style of our jungle.
Madagascar's stylized look isn't the only new visual direction the producers took the film. They also want to completely exaggerate the facial and body movements of the characters for comic effect.
First on the list, for trying to maintain this 2D design and animation style, is squash and stretch. Different parts of our characters need to be able to squash and stretch and have different timings. We use squash and stretch in this movie to really inflict a lot of pain on our characters. If Alex comes down on his head, first his head might squash, and then his shoulders might squash into his head, and then his chest might squash, and his hips might squash. So they all compress, and they store this energy, and then they pop out of it. And this happens quite often.
This film needed to be really active and fun, and a lot of the influences were, of course, Tex Avery and Chuck Jones in the 30s and 40s, that they had done this animation that was very broad, very big, very comedic and slapstick.
Oh, I got it! Would you give a guy a break?
But you can't just lift ideas and then put them into 3D and expect them to work. So we really started a little bit of trial and error. Let's try stretching this thing and see what happens. And then there's a lot of problems. When you have fur, it doesn't work just like a simple cartoon would work.
To really get the characters to squash and stretch and have a huge range of motion, being able to take their jaw and drop it down to their chest, that was something new for us to develop.
We would normally have limits on our characters, and we would never expect to raise the arm beyond this. This film, we blew those out the door. You know, we have to be able to squish Alex down to 1 foot high, and he's 8 feet high. We have to be able to stretch his arm out to 11 feet long.
To do that kind of work, we have to be thinking of it ahead of time so that we can set up these puppets, is sort of what they are, these virtual puppets, so that they have that kind of a flexibility. And what that then allows us to do is to really get some really fun snap and action in the animation that we hope is pushing the boundary for computer animation.
And I think it's one of the things that visually is most entertaining about the movie. They're funny.
Bringing Madagascar to the screen was a 4-year effort completed by nearly 250 artists on 2 separate production campuses in California.
Production is actually making it come to life.
Here we go. You record the actors and take these storyboards and you watch it like you would a film, even though it's just drawings one after another. From that point on, just more and more gets added to the mix. It becomes this huge collaborative process. Our artists are allowed to dream more, to imagine more, and the computer's their friend. We don't have 200 technologists who are mad scientists down somewhere trying to invent gizmos and then we figure out how to use them. It's actually the exact reverse of that. We come up with a story, and we're going to need a lot of special tools to bring that to life. And that's what those 200 mad scientists went off to do.
Before the actual computer animation can begin, clay figurines and miniature models are built from sketches and paintings, so the filmmakers have a 3-dimensional perspective of the characters and locations for the movie.
I'll do what is exactly in the painting, but I get to fill in the 360 degrees, what's behind it, what's on the side of it. So that's the freedom that I get, is to flesh out a lot of these environments. I did a model of the zoo, and I did the boat, and I did probably a whole forest of baobab trees. In reality, I had no idea that these things even existed, but for some reason I spent a personal, good investment of my life with them for like 5 months, studying these bizarre-looking trees.
Ow! Ow! To get the characters to move the way the animators want them to perform requires the skill of a group of character technical directors.
We're in charge of overseeing all of the creation of every character in Madagascar. We identify the technologies necessary to pull off the character's performance for the film.
Then there's also the aesthetic part of what we do. So